I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
We're getting there.
Then it's
slowly
about
but surely.
time to solve this mystery.
No. Yes, that I was gonna say. Don't try to get me to say what it is, because we don't know yet. We don't have a timeline. More to learn even yet? Okay, sure. Let's learn. Starting to, Mr. Narrator. Starting to. Okay, multiple truth bullets. Great. And I have to keep that straight. Only one of those bullets can actually refute the proper statement. Okay. I have to get not only the right statement, but the right bullet. Fair. Fair. But that must mean we're starting to reach the end of this trial. Okay. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not too concerned about that. I just have to... I have to trust myself to get the right bullet and the right statement. So I think it's going to be starting by listening to all the statements. Oh, is that what logic difficulty is for? For our purposes this time, logic difficulty will be set to mean. Okay. Okay, what difficulty am I on, actually? Probably, if there's a middle one, I probably did that one. I don't think I did easy. But I also don't think I probably would have done mean. I don't know. Okay, so the sheath, the knife set, and the sword. I have all the weapons.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword. And that's when the first blow was dealt.
What? I didn't mean to press anything. Okay.
Sword-based sneak attack.
And that's what broke Miss Mizono's wrist.
So she tried to fight back. She grabbed the kitchen knife she had hidden away. But then the culprit took that from her too.
And they killed her with it.
And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, which is the sheath, which is what I'm focused on. That's what I just loaded in. But I need to listen to everything
when the
again.
fighting broke out,
Yeah.
the culprit grabbed the sword.
Okay.
And that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, it's wrong.
I'm not sure about that. Just because she was hit with the sheath.
Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Yeah.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you are going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
I certainly think so.
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Good for breaking wrists, though.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse.
Possibly.
In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
Most likely.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
I don't really like to think about it that way, but I mean, when you think about it,
The kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
potentially yes.
So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
That doesn't make any sense, Taka. They would just reach for the
So
sword
she grabbed
first.
the sword to defend herself, but then the culprit took that from her too.
No.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all.
Yeah, she
There's
doesn't
a
have
certain
gold
part
all
of
over
her
her
body
hands.
that
She would
makes
have
this
gold
clear.
all over her hands.
I got it! You're talking about her palms, right?
Right.
The palms of her hands were perfectly clean, so I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
I agree.
How can you know that just by looking at her palm?
We talked about this, the gold.
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle.
Meaning
It's
whoever
safe to assume
used
that's
it.
because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands.
A lot of it on their hands.
There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
No, but whoever used it
Maybe she washed her hands after she
would
escaped into the
get caught
bathroom.
gold-handed.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
What?
No, that's not it at all.
Oh my gosh. Because, well, possibly her broken wrist. Oh yeah, the water turns off. I forgot about that they turn off the water, which is kind of odd.
According to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
So no flushing the
I
toilet.
didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
Oh my.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
Insult, obviously.
Yeah.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means
Potentially she
the killer
made
is
the first
only
strike.
one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
Sayaka.
I got it! Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
But
Very
we already
potentially.
said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
Yeah.
Then the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Potentially.
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
Potentially.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
Potentially.
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation,
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
Which
Potentially.
brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct?
Indeed.
Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
Sayaka
Potential.
wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates.
Kind
She
of.
wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying.
She'd have to switch them back.
And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto.
Potentially.
But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret.
Yes.
If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
Indeed.
So all that's why she switched the names?
Potentially, yes.
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky? For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Well,
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
maybe. It's
Well,
possible.
She was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a...
Wait, then
Oops.
you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired. She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true!
It can be true, Makoto. I'm
Because-
sorry.
Because...
Hey!
It's not
hey!
necessarily
You guys
true.
have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it. Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time?
We have a time limit?
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
I still know who did it.
Right now, you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery.
Thanks, Mrs. Tutorial.
If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
But you know the answer, Kyoko, and no, it's not over. I have the answer. I have it. I have a piece of evidence that unequivocally says who did it. No, wrong! There's lots left! I have so much left! I have like 50 bullets, not actually 50 bullets, but I have a lot of bullets left. Dying message. Is that all I get? Cool. I know exactly what I need to do with this.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it. But there just aren't any more clues, right?
Wrong.
Very well. Then let's review all the clues we've found up to this point one more time.
Okay, we haven't looked at this one
Really
yet.
have time for all that.
Die! If we don't do something, we're all gonna die!
Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna press the first one. Okay.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide, but there just aren't any more.
But there are. And you don't know because it was hidden from you.
There still might be one clue left.
And all the
Sayaka's
trash stuff,
dying
but apparently we're not
message.
even gonna use that.
Dining. Wait, what did you say?
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember?
I do.
11037.
Wrong.
Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
Most likely, yes. With her index finger, who has blood on it.
Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean? 110.
I'm just gonna wait for them to figure it out.
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
It doesn't really work that way.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
You know that already, Kyoko.
Yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
Come on, put it
No,
together.
it's just look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers. Don't these first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
Ah, you're right. The connecting line is barely there. So I assumed it was 1-1, but looking at it
Flip
now,
it over.
you could also read it as an N.
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
Flip it
But
over.
even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
Flip it over. Come on, Makoto.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
Thank you. Flip it.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
Huh? You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it. So, whose name did she write?
Really, Toko? It does, and it's the first clue we found. Flip it. Go on. We've known for a long time.
Here's my answer. The key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees.
Shocking!
Turn the
Who would have
message
thought to do
around,
that?
it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
No, it's not.
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
No, it's not random at all.
She wrote it in secret,
She
which is
wrote
why
that
it's
message
like
on
that.
the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it.
Giving
In that
reason for
position,
the
she
perspective.
couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, it ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yes, they will. You can all try it right now and see what I mean.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Does it? Does it?
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
Well, then bring out your toolbox,
If
bro.
you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
I do. I told you we had more clues. His bloodstained shirt, bro. Where is it? Burnt shirt piece. Apparently part of a shirt cuff and has noticeable bloodstain.
God!
And the only
You
reason...
mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
Right.
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
Not something most people could do.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked. Isn't that right, Leon?
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
But wait!
Yeah,
There's
I mean,
more!
Leon's not the only one wearing a white button-up.
You're
That's
right.
right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine.
Oh, you just wait.
With
you
just that
son of
one
a
little
bitch.
charred piece, there's no way you can say for... You're right.
Oops.
That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Yeah,
Are you
there
finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
It's true.
Yeah, I think so.
How it was disposed
I
of.
got it!
Because not
If we look
anybody...
closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Not everybody could do
Oh,
that.
yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say.
Danganronpa.